In the beginning, there was a thought, and a man that wondered at the origin of that thought. For he supposed that if a chicken came from an egg, then a thought must surely proceed from a mind. And though mindful of this paradox now, he could not remember having paid it mind before the thought and paradox arose. Thinking again of the chicken, his imagination stirred, and his mind followed suit. That if the chicken came from the egg, and the chickens laid eggs, the egg from whence the first chicken hatched must have been laid by a god. And if gods could lay eggs, then surely they laid thoughts in our settled minds to stir the waters of our sentience. But why, God, why? I was so settled a moment before the first thought stirred in me, and now thought has grown from a stirring to a wave, and from a wave to have conceived of a god, and has come full circle to the God that conceived it. And this is no small feat, but it doesn't end there, for as we all know, that when a wave meets at its source, the momentum it has gained digs a deeper trough, known as a riptide, and riptide may follow its due course to Godhead, that not only conceived of a thought in a man, but conceived of a man in its own likeness. And if its likeness might be conceived of by a god, then it only follows course that God was conceived by an illimitable God, and this illimitable God conceived of an illimitable thought that was independently a wave of its own measure, and that wave was a real wave, and not a forethought, but a forward thought that was spoken of and became a word, and that word was with God, and that word was God, and became flesh and dwelt among us. The rest is Christian history.